Kevin, Paulintunas, ESPN Brazil. With the way LeBron James has been playing in the postseason, lots been said about him, maybe even winning the MVP of the finals, even if his team loses. What's your perspective on that, on maybe a losing team having the MVP?
I really don't have one on that, actually.
I'm
sure LeBron would.
If you had a vote,
I'm sure LeBron wouldn't accept that. I mean, he's a winner. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he's a winner. I don't look at him as a guy that would be okay with that. But I just want to. I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that one.
Robert
Littell, BSO. One of the things that we've seen in the playoffs are fans being a little bit more bold in how they're approaching players. You had a great game last night. You had a couple of Cavs fans that out by your hotel, heckling you. What do you say to those fans that have maybe been crossing the line and getting in the athlete's face and some of the language that they're using when they're talking to you?
I don't think it's crossing the line. I mean, because whoever's screaming and heckling at grown men, even after the game, I think that's just pure ignorance. So it's like that's just who they are at that point. So I get it.
When those guys at your hotel last night, you asked them what did they say? Is that something where you're just trying to say, hey, if you're going to say it to me, say it to my face, don't hide it, stuff like that?
No, I mean I just kept hearing somebody say KD, and I didn't hear what they said after that. I just wanted to know what they said. I wasn't going to do nothing. I just wanted to hear what they were talking about.
Gary over here.
Kevin, Gary Wass from Boston Globe. Kind of off topic. Just want to get your thoughts on the one and done rule. And
great time, man.
The second question is your workout with Portland when you were entering the draft apparently blew their minds, but they still took Oden. What do you recall about that workout with the Blazers?
I think the one and done rule should be done. I think you should give players more avenues to pursue their career as basketball players. If they want to leave school early and pursue a basketball career, why not? I think it's on them to make that decision. If it doesn't pan out, then that's on them. But if it does, I think it's great that you give them a couple outlets to do so. My workout with Portland was I thought it could have been better when they were saying it was a great workout. I knew it wasn't as great as they were saying. But I figured at that point they knew who they were going to draft. They just wanted to just do the due diligence, I guess.
Tom, back left.
Tom Withers, AP. KD, you know LeBron as well as anyone. How driven do you think he is now to try to bring down this team you guys have put together? And do you think he'll go somewhere else to try to assemble a super team to bring down the Warriors?
I have no clue. I only know LeBron from just who he is. In our up-close personal relationship, and we never talk about basketball, so I don't know.
Over here on the right.
Dan Devine, Yahoo Sports. One of the big topics sort of is going around today is the importance of basketball IQ, the ability to think the game at the highest level. Obviously, that was an important deciding factor when you made your choice about where you wanted to go in free agency. How does that help at a team level in a situation like this when you're in these high-pressure moments? And, what have you seen from your team this year as opposed to in years gone by?
I think the experience just helps, just going through it. That trial and error is only going to make you a better player. We got a lot of guys that got a lot of experience in the NBA, especially after the playoff run last year. And then we added, having Nick, an 11-year veteran who's been through so much, played with some great players. Then you bring in a guy like Quinn, who's still, figuring his way out in the league, but understands what hard work is. So he just got different journeys for different guys, and they provide just a different perspective. And I think that's what makes up a great team.
All the way in the back.
Kelly Johnson, NBC Sports Bay Area. Kevin, I was talking to Draymond about just how much he loves to play defense and how he continues to find ways to leave his imprint on the game. I'm curious, what is it like playing with Draymond on the defensive end of the floor, his intensity, his expectations, his communication? Have you ever played with anybody quite like him?
I play with guys. I play again with guys with that same type of intensity, but his talent and feel is different. His feel for just knowing what to do is 2 or 3 plays ahead. But on the defensive side of the ball, you just want somebody that you can trust and that's somebody that you know that's going to go to war with you. And that's something going into a game I don't even think about with Draymond. I just know it's going to happen with him. And just having that trust and that somebody that you know is going to be there, you don't even have to worry about that side of it. You can just focus on something else. So it's different when you got to worry about if somebody's going to come to war. Draymond is just always ready. Always ready, I'm sorry.
Connor.
Kevin, Connor Letourneau, San Francisco Chronicle. What has LeBron meant to you in your career, and what has it meant to you to be able to face him on this stage for several times now?
What he's meant to me, I just think I don't know about that one. I think somebody that you can always look at, and when you're working out and strive to be better than, and strive to kind of go through the same experiences as, somebody like that, looked at as one of the top 5 greatest players to ever play the game and playing in the same era. That's rare, to have a player like that playing at the same time you are. So you're watching tendencies, movements, you're watching, just actions on the basketball court. He talks to his teammates, you're just watching through from afar. Try to pick up some things because he's a little older. So I think in that way, just same way I looked at Kobe and Tim Duncan and those guys, just who at the elite level, who've experienced more, you just try to learn from by just watching from afar. I think LeBron's been a good model when it comes to that. But just being able to play against somebody at the highest stage, highest level, just brings out the best in both of us. It just makes the games better.
Shelley towards the back.
Shelley Smith from ESPN. In what way is this team more locked in right now than it was last year?
It's different, man. I keep telling people it's just a different vibe. I mean, because we've been through a season with each other already as champions, going through a whole season. So, we know exactly what we need to do in order for us to win. And, so we want to do that, focus on that as much as possible. And the emotions and all of that stuff doesn't really matter. We just try to play a solid, focused game, and we'll figure out how to feel afterwards. So we just try to, it's just different. It's like I told someone earlier, I think Kanye West's first album is his best one because I didn't hear an album from him before. So the first one is always a little different, but he has some great music after that as well. So I feel like we're in that